Okay, I don't believe in eugenics, but if I did, all of these motherfuckers right here would fit the bill for an incel. All four of them. Just look. I'm sorry. Just look at them. Look at this guy with the fucking the nigga with the fucking shades wearing a goddamn fucking camo bulletproof vest. Can't get any larpier than that. And the guy on the top right, that he's alright. He doesn't look too bad, but he does look very incelly. Don't even get me started on the guy on the bottom left. And then this, actually, you know what? I'll give him this. I like his style. I'm sorry. That might be a controversial opinion on my part, but I kind of like his style. I appreciate that. He's got a whole thing going on now. I like the long hair. I like the glasses. Even the special hair isn't too bad. I'm gonna give him credit for that. They all still look very incelly though. I'm just throwing that out there. It's not a I'm not saying that they look bad. I'm not saying that they're ugly. None of that. They fit the bill for the incel. All of them are white. that's number one. I'm sorry. That's number one. The fact that they're white, hey, that's like 50% incel points right there. I don't make the rules. I don't make rules, but that's what it is. There are black incels. There are plenty of black incels out there. I'm not saying that there aren't, but the vast majority of them are white as fuck. They are the pastiest powdered donuts out there in the West. But yeah, that's what this is. If you don't know who these guys are, one of these motherfuckers runs that Twitter account called Women Taking L's Online. I blocked it a while ago because I was getting sick of it because it was like, it stopped being funny after a while. Their shitty, stupid opinions stopped being funny after a while, so I just kind of blocked it and just moved on because it was just like, it's so boring, you know? Like, you can only expose yourself to that shit for so many times and it just becomes less funny. But maybe it'll be more funny if I actually see these people in their little safe space live, seeing, you know, throwing out their opinions about the world. So let's take a look at their stupidity, for lack of a better word. And one thing, the title of this video is very weird. I'm not gonna show you the video because I really don't feel like giving them like any like whatever, you know. You can find it if you want to. But the title of the video is called "How the Elites Are Turning You Gay." Yeah. I'm not throwing their channel name out there. I mean, there are ways to find it. I'm just not gonna give them any, like, you know. I know I'm a small channel, but still, I don't want to give them any clicks or whatever.
What you need to understand for the tits or ass conspiracy is who is in charge of the styling of women, their hair, their makeup, their clothing. Who is the top force behind all of that? It ain't women. It's gay men. So if women are being styled to look a certain way by gay guys, then it's going to go with their taste in stuff. Women are being styled to be attractive.
Y'all like it though. If that's true, y'all still like it. I'm sorry, all the fucking bitches that you see on Instagram and all that stuff. If gay men are the ones that are making them do this or promoting their style, y'all the ones that fucking like that shit. Why are you talking about fashion shows? If he's talking about fashion shows, then the point is to be ridiculous. They're just ridiculous by nature. But, like, I don't know. He's being very vague. That's probably for a reason. So,
To not straight men, gay men. They're not even being. And you know when a woman? How many times have you heard a woman say like you bring up something she does about her hair or her makeup or the way she dresses, and she says, "I don't do it for you. I do it for me."
Yeah.
You all heard this before?
Yeah.
Okay. No, you fucking don't.
sorry, but they do dress up for themselves. I'm sorry. When a girl dresses up and she says she's not doing it for you, what she's actually saying is she's not doing it for your pleasure specifically. She's doing it because she wants to feel good about herself. She wants to feel attractive. And yes, of course, other people's perception of that may validate that, but at the same time, she does not give a fuck if someone else does not like the way she dresses. Because at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter. She likes the way she dresses, so she's just gonna dress that way no matter what. Who gives a fuck? And on top of that, whenever like a girl dresses up in fucking yoga pants, non-stop, over and over and over again, all the time, you see niggas in the fucking chat just typing like, indecent, disgusting, you fucking whore. Yeah, how dare you? You can't dress like that. That's disgusting. Why we do all the time? All her timeline is filled with shit like that. And it's just like, if she was doing it for you, then she would probably stop wearing the yoga pants because she's clearly not getting a lot of positive attention for it. And she gets that negative attention over and over and over again. And they agree with this, by the way, because they keep saying, because these types of insults will say over and over again, you know, a man won't like you like that, right? You're not going to be in a long-lasting relationship if you dress like that. What you're telling a man is that you're gross and disgusting whenever you wear a shirt that shows too much cleavage, or you wear yoga pants that show your ass. How you can't do that. They agree with that notion. So if they believe that men won't like a women dressing slutty or whatever, but at the same time a woman dressing slutty, they're doing it for the validation. Those two things just don't add up at all.
Obviously, number one, you're lucky that you get to wear clothing and you don't live out in the woods every time you're on your rag. But number two, like the Bible says,
no, we gotta keep her safe from bears, bro.
The Bible says
The Bible says that you see, whenever you say shit like that, tune out. Just tune out. You think I give a shit about the Bible? Yeah, what is this guy talking about the Bible? I'm a fucking Al Capone. You think I give a shit? I don't care. What the hell is wrong with you?
Supposed to go out into the woods when it's their time. I think a woman, the only thing she should be sporting is Irish sunglasses. So I would be much worse.
That's why in New York, there's 1 week out of the month you have to avoid Central Park at all costs.
Straight,
those rats go crazy.
You know how you know that fashion for women isn't made by straight guys? There aren't holes in shirts right here. That's it. And so now here's the thing. What I'm about to say here, it's going to.
Are you sure about that? I'm sorry, but like, boobs weren't sexualized beforehand, and the ones who did sexualize boobs were men. And you know who forced women to cover up because it was indecent, because like boobs are inherently sexualized somehow? Men.
I have a feeling controversial right here in this call. Going to be controversial to some people out there watching. I want you to know that what I'm about to say is not to hurt you if you feel like you're on the other side of this, okay? I'm doing this because I'm trying to help you. You've been fucking psyoped, okay? Tits or ass. If you're an ass guy, I'm sorry they got you.
Fuck you. By far, I'm sorry. You know what? I don't care what any other anything else that he says. I don't give a shit about anything else that he says after that. If you choose tits over ass, you're a degenerate. You're stupid. I'm sorry, you're dumb. Ass is just superior in every level. You want to know why it is? Because everyone has an ass. Everyone has an ass. Not everyone has tits. I like my flat-chested bitches. I love them. They're great. I love boobs of all sizes. But everyone has an ass, and asses are just. I'm sorry. You can't go wrong with ass, bro.
Ass.
They got you.
If you are into ass as a straight man.
Hmm.
That's where poop comes from. That's a sex neutral area of the body. Everyone's got a butt. Okay. If you're
Okay.
into a
Exactly.
girl's butt,
Based. Absolutely, 100%. Based. This guy gets it.
then you could just as easily be into a guy's butt. That thing's
Yep.
a bird cutter and
Yep.
nothing else.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bruh. Base as fuck. Ain't nothing wrong with the guy being into a guy's butt. Hell yeah. Base as fuck. Okay, but seriously, the idea that you like that just because you like ass that makes you fucking gay is kind of stupid. Is this the level we're at? Bro, I fucking hate toxic masculinity so much. Niggas will be called gay for anything, my guy. Bro, man, what the fuck is wrong with men, my guy? Y'all need to stop, for real. Y'all will call a dude gay for literally liking ass is gay now. Ah. You see a guy like a fucking like you go to the bar and a guy is like he sees like a hot chick like wearing yoga pants or whatever and he's like just mad staring at her ass. Like she has her back turned and everything and she's like mad staring and like the fucking dude right next to him is just like staring at her ass, dude? What the fucking gay?
Listen, I'm not saying a shapely lady, in that area, that there's nothing about that. But that is
You're speaking kind of facts though, because like in reality, the secondary characteristic would be hips. It would be tits or hips.
It's
if
tits
we're being
number
hetero.
one. Tits number
I'm not
one.
a tits guy. But here's the thing, I was just talking about this in the most recent episode of Virgin Lucas, episode 39. We had viewer questions and they were asking about feet. And I was saying that feet are kind of like, your third party voters, your Ron Paul voters. They always get like 4%.
Sorry, no, I'm skipping the feet conversation. I look, I don't care what your opinion of feet is. You do you. That's not my thing. If that's your thing, hey, I'm not one to judge, alright? You do you. It's not my problem. It's not I'm not saying that you're bad. I'm not trying to say you're a degenerate. I'm not trying to say you're gay. If you are gay, that's fine. I'm not homophobic. But hey, look, if you like feet, that's your thing. The only time I will ever like feet is if I'm getting stepped on by mommy. But don't worry about that.
Guy shaking hands to be against the foot guy thing.
Oh fuck, we're still talking about feet.
Well, I'm just saying that feet people may not.
Why are we talking about feet? All right. This is probably gonna be a long conversation, isn't it?
But for 20 guy, or do you like them tucked in and neat?
Wait.
Not on the menu.
Jesse.
They're on body. Listen.
What do you mean appreciate?
Hang on. Vagina first sexual characteristic. Tits secondary sexual characteristic. Ass third. Feet not on the menu.
Jesse,
We're talking about feet again. We're talking about. Okay. This is gonna be a long conversation, isn't it? 9 minutes in.
Podophile, I like. Wait a second. That sounds just like podophile. I don't like.
It's better than a pedophile.
Disavow now.
We're talking about feet. That was a foot pun. We're still talking about feet. I can't.
I'm gonna throw out a term here because it's gonna get us back on track. This is gonna floor you, okay? And this is the key. This is the key to the tits ass conspiracy.
The key is hitting the subscribe button if you haven't already.
Like, share,
Oh
subscribe.
my god.
So true! Yo! Y'all should like, share, and subscribe my videos.
No,
Enough. What's the
I
key?
see 49 likes. Get that 50 right now, guys.
it's at 50. There's 81 of you in here. I guarantee you're not all subscribed.
Please, well, I mean, get me to 50 likes. It's impossible because my channel is too small. But hey, if you can do it, you can do it.
All of you subscribe right now, Jesse. Anyways.
Okay. So, let me throw out this term. This is gonna floor you. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Because
Yes,
no,
we've been
I've
ready.
barely ever discussed this with anybody. This is something I have noticed since I was a child. Now, I'm an 80s baby.
What the fuck is wrong with men? I can't say shit because I just did a weird, psychotic, maniacal laugh like a minute ago, so...
Okay, I'm an 80s. I'm a 90s kid, an 80s baby.
Oh my god, hurry up!
And this is... Well, I'm allowed to take
Listen,
my...
he's Gen Z. He has no attention span.
This,
Can't
Gen
help
Z?
himself. He's
No,
Gen
he's
Z.
just-
He's like,
He's
You're
fucking
no, make
listening
it
at
Gen Z.
He's telling us the story like he's telling the fucking
Make it
Iliad.
20.
Oh my
He's
God.
to the fucking
This
point.
These guys can't stay on a point for shit. I thought I was bad. To be fair, it's 4 dudes in a room, so like you can never stay on a point with like more than 2 people having a conversation.
Okay, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Have you ever noticed a phenomenon known as long butts?
I haven't. I've
Yes.
noticed a long butt. Yeah.
Okay.
What? That is entirely new to me. What does this have to do with like the elites turning people gay or whatever? I don't know.
Okay. Now,
A lot of them in
for you
Austin.
out there
A lot
who
of long
might
butts.
not know what I'm talking about, this is very specific. You might not be thinking the same thing I'm thinking here.
I'm gonna hear him out, and if it's not interesting, I'm gonna skip this conversation.
They probably
the-
are.
In the mid to late 80s and even a little bit into the early 90s, there was a phenomenon called long butts.
It
The
still exists.
attractive form of a butt on a lady was not a big plump, I like them round. We'll come back to that. It was a long butt. Now, if you don't believe me on that, look up any pinup poster of a lady showing her butt, which are rare, by the way, because back in the 80s, this is a real country. We were.
Oh, I think I know what he's talking about, and I think this like the high-waisted leggings thing was a trend for a while because of that. Well, that's a conversation about beauty standards shifting all the time, and then the funny thing is like he's getting to a point where like beauty standards are completely arbitrary and make no real sense whatsoever. They're only based on the society, the time period, and what have you, and whatever. Of course, he's not gonna talk about that and get in depth into that shit. Of course not. These are incels. They don't talk about the actual issues and like about stuff like that. They only care about surface level garbage and anything that like supports their narrative or something that they could just possibly make fun of. So like, and to be fair, I'm doing that right now. I'm making fun of their channel, so like whatever.
We were a tits people. It's hard to find a poster where the focus is the butt from back then because men used to be men. Men used to be straight.
Black guys.
Men used to be straight. I can't, bro. Nigga, what? Dude, they're one step away from calling men gay for liking women that have shaved heads. And you know what? To be honest, I'm pretty sure that has happened, and it still does happen. So yeah, man, y'all need to chill. Y'all need to stop, bro. Y'all need to give this shit up, my guy. It's not helping.
Been like an ass since the dawn of time.
I'm coming to that.
Okay,
Don't-
all right.
You ever see a black guy in prison?
Now let me.
Did he say he's coming to that?
I have to make jokes like that every time I hear the word coming. Sorry.
Now, you know what? Let me address that elephant in the room right now. First, I was assuming that when I brought this up, when I said like there might be people here who are against me, obviously my thoughts went to you instantly.
I understand.
I just
I gotta
assumed.
represent my people on this one.
I made an ass out of you and me. A long ass out of you and me. So,
Yes. I love my favorite Doctor Who quote. I loved it when Peter Capaldi said, "You know what happens when you assume you make an ass out of me and out of you and me." That's the best Scottish accent I can come up with. It's not too terrible, isn't it? It's alright. I'm not doing a bad job at doing a Scottish accent.
I know that black guys are into butts, okay? And I
So true. Niggas love butts. Alright, so.
understand that there are both physiological and cultural reasons that does not necessarily like they are maybe slightly.
It is entirely cultural reasons. I'm sorry, it is just cultural reasons.
On the outside of this and have always enjoyed the posterior, and I believe there are two reasons for this. Number one, if you see African women, typically
Big asses.
big ass, small.
Wrong. I'm sorry. On its face, intuitively, that is just completely wrong. Because I know the black people that he's talking about, guess what? They live in America. They're born in America. We're all in American culture here. So that's fucking completely wrong. We don't know shit about what's going on in Africa. Like, 99.9% of black people here in America don't know shit about anything that's going on in Africa. Zero. Don't absorb any of the culture. None of that shit. Fucking none. Like, only like 0.00001% of black people in America know even a little bit about that stuff. Jesus. No, we don't. No, stop. Once you start, see, this is where racism comes in. He thinks black people, that means Africa. No, nigga, we're here in America. Because I know about the black people he's talking about are the black people that are born in America. We absorb American culture, not African culture. Black American culture is very different from white American culture, but it's also vastly different from African culture. Culture is weird. I'm sorry. It's so dumb.
Tits. Obviously, it's very rare they have large tits.
Yeah.
And if they do, it usually is at the expense of the ass. But on average, much larger rumps, much smaller titties. Number two reason is most black guys are on the down low and gay.
That is true.
I saw
that
that
is
coming. I
so
did see that
fucking
coming.
true.
It's almost, I would say,
Sure, dude. Yeah. Let's call the majority of black people gay. Like, that is because, of course, being gay is a bad thing, but also because yeah, a lot of black people in America totally aren't homophobic or anything. Nah. A lot of black men in America, sorry, not black people, black men totally aren't homophobic. No, there's no homophobia in the black community at all. Which, actually, maybe he might be onto something. Maybe the homophobia does come from closeted homosexuality. He might be onto something.
say 90 to 100.
90. All right, I want to go
90.
90, 100.
90
It's
to
definitely higher than
100%.
it's definitely higher than the white percentage. The down
Listen,
low.
every time I've had the chance, I'll
Sure, let's pretend we have that on this.
ask a gay guy, like, am I crazy? Or, like, is almost every black guy on the down low? And I'm not kidding. Every time they're like, oh my God, yes. And so I just want to take.
Bro, you clearly have not been around a lot of black people. I've been around a lot of black people, so I can tell you this for certain. A lot of black people, a lot of black men in America have the same exact problem as white men in America. And that problem specifically is toxic masculinity. I'm sorry, but if you in a toxically masculine environment with this toxic masculinity, no nigga will be running around acting like, oh my God, yes, daddy. No, that's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. They will be called gay at an instant because, like I said before, the homophobia and the toxic masculinity. If they catch a whiff of any femininity or like perceived homosexuality, you will be lambasted and made fun of and called gay and in all kinds of things. Like you'll be called. They'll refer to you as a bitch ass nigga. That's what they'll call you, a bitch ass nigga. And in a black community, a bitch ass nigga is basically just like the black version of faggot. They will say faggot, but bitch ass nigga is another word for faggot in a black community. So yeah. Sorry, but that is very rare in the black community. So sorry, King. The black people that you have found that were like that don't give a shit about toxic masculinity. Don't give a fuck about any of this shit. They want to be openly feminine. They want to be gay as fuck. They don't give a fuck. and I can tell you for certain that they experienced a lot of homophobia, and they were ridiculed by a lot of their black peers for the way that they behaved. Don't start with that bullshit, okay?
Take this opportunity right now just to test this one more time. Mick, have you noticed that almost every black guy is on the down low?
Absolutely.
'Cause Nick
Yes,
is
I
taking
know.
it.
Fucking,
I'll take it.
Nick.
I hate white people so much. I hate white people so much. Look, alright. I'm not racist, alright? It's a joke. I don't hate white people. I'm joking. I don't hate white people. In fact, I quite love white people. it's these niggas right here. These mofos right here. These fucking incels. These fucking pasty powder donut bastards. All of them. Just they suck. They're so bad. You know what? Fuck it. I hate white men. White women are pretty great. About 50% of white women are shit, but you know, like Marjorie Taylor Greene and all that stuff. But hey, you find a decent amount of white women that are just base as fuck. Love them, especially the bimbos. Amazing.
I would trust Nick because he is on the receiving end, so I would understand.
That trust me, the guys who answered yes to that are always on the receiving end. But,
This is light work.
Look, I understand the anti-bottom mentality, but there's nothing wrong with being a bottom. Come on, nothing wrong with being a bottom. I love bottoms. Who else do I have to, like, you know, dominate? Come on now.
In terms of abuse I've
So
taken
in my
the time period
in
I'm working
defense of
for
my
James.
people, in the defense
Yeah,
of my
the stuff
people,
that his girlfriend gives him is way
No,
more
no, no.
abuse than this.
It's because the blacks are much like the Spartans in that they're not
The blacks are like the Spartans. I hate it so much.
They're all
receiving.
gay.
No,
Sorry,
if
I
you're not
almost dropped a word I
receiving-
couldn't say.
Listen, if you're not receiving, it's seen as a dominance play. It's a
Right,
Spartan
but you
mentality.
see, I'm just telling you see it wrong in that
yeah,
scenario.
no, I
It's
agree.
absolutely not a
I
dominant.
think you're right to compare them to Greeks in this sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait,
in
wait,
reality,
while,
it's
while,
more of
while we're on the topic of asses and gay things, you know what I found out that apparently is kind of gay, I guess.
This
It's
is
not-
the Pride Month episode of
Yeah. And it's not that it's gay in the act; it's unintentionally gay. Is
What?
that apparently there's you guys know Carnivore MD that
worst-
you
yeah,
know him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a girl.
No.
Wait.
You think of the other guy, the other.
Oh, I'm thinking of Aurelius or whatever.
Yeah. Carnivore MD. He's Paul, whatever his last name is.
Mhm.
Anyways,
What is that?
Not that
right
one.
wing schizo health guy on Twitter.
Paul Joseph Watson? Is that who he's talking about? I've heard the name. I just don't know. I really don't know. I don't look. I'm sorry. I can't know everything. All right. I'm sorry.
Instagram and stuff. But apparently there's xenoestrogens in toilet paper. So technically it is gay to wipe your ass.
What?
So this is why the Indians are the most hetero race.
What? Fellas, is it gay to have estrogen?
Yeah. So you need to be bidet.
Fellas, is it gay to wash your ass? I could have sworn Tariq Nasheed was onto something with that. Is it gay to wash your... I don't know. Is it gay to wipe your ass? I don't know.
Maxing, never
And if you not
wiping
know
ever.
this-
You
if
need
you
to
not know
only shoot warm water up your ass, never wipe, because you're getting
Wow.
xenoestrogens
Listen,
off
I'm
of
gonna
it.
actually,
gay.
I'm gonna let
Both are
Jesse.
gay.
I'm gonna confirm Jesse's point here. If the xenoestrogens are being released from toilet paper, the Indians then, by default, are the most hetero. It makes sense that they're always like asking for bob and vagine. They don't ask for ass. They're big.
You know
fan,
what's-
but the
you
other
know what's
thing,
interesting
the other
about
important part,
Indians,
Nick,
though?
before we continue, the most important part
Okay,
is that
go ahead.
beyond the bob and vagine, the Indians are big fans of feet. And checkmate.
Well, which is why I was gonna say.
That's a
which
worst
is
case.
why
Are they? I'm not gonna take the word for it. I refuse to.
I was
Trust me.
gonna say Indians out of everybody,
They're
what's
also
the one thing?
pedophiles.
What's the one thing that you always assume about the guys in the room who are like overly fucking like, bro? All I
Just said Indians are also pedophiles. Just gonna throw that out there without any explanation. You're not gonna elaborate on that? No? Okay. I'm just gonna throw out some hard facts for you. Whenever people throw out like bold claims like that, do not believe them unless you research it for your damn self. Like, maybe there is pedophilia culture in India. Probably. I mean, I wouldn't be. That doesn't sound far-fetched. A lot of cultures are pretty goddamn pedophilic because a lot of cultures are pretty conservative, and the pedocon theory is a real thing. I'm sorry, but it is. So if India's any iota of conservative, then I guess that probably is true. Maybe. I don't know.
want to see is boobs and cunt. The first thing you do is you look at that
Cunt!
and go, yeah, he's totally gay. And I'm sorry, but it's a population full of people who are like, yeah, all I want is boobs and cunt.
I'm gonna
but
say
that's
this:
definitely all
there's
I
only
want.
one population of people that does feet henna. They make sure to accent the feet, and I respect that as a culture.
I'm not gonna hear this blasphemy on our Indian brothers. That's ass man cope about their boobs and vagina stuff. Verse is right about the Indians. However, Indians are often also pedophiles, so being in the feet once again proves that.
I choose Pakistan in that.
Listen,
Shout out
I reveal my
Pakistani
trap
bro.
card.
Again, like if there is some like pedophilia going on in India, it has nothing to do with their race. It has everything to do with their culture. And they're not the only culture that does that. A lot of cultures do this. Even fucking Western culture does this, and does this because I'm sorry, if you look at the Republican Party, they love their child marriage for some reason. And they love their teen pregnancy. Oh, they love it so much. I'm just throwing that out there. It's kind of weird that they like it when 13-year-old girls give birth.
This is less a conspiracy theory as it is conspiracy law. We have like it's airtight. There's no
reverse card. All right.
You're not gonna find sunlight in any crevice or crack in this, including that one. So
Your toe crack between the toes.
that's not
Enough
what I
with the
did.
toes, bro. Enough with the toes.
A lot of
Why are we talking about feet?
No.
He's eating tortilla chips like a fucking Mexican. It's Cinco de Mayo pass, bro.
What are you talking about, man? Think you run around eating tortilla chips all the time? Think Mexicans run around eating tortilla chips all the time, man? I eat hot dogs, man. I live in America. I eat burgers, man. I eat cheeseburgers every day. The hell are you talking about, man? Blasphemy. It's kind of racist, I say.
I don't like that James is so comfortable and he's like, yeah, I'm having Jesse on. That means that I don't have to be here.
What? I just went to pee. I went to go to the piss tank.
Oh, he got back from taking a piss. Very nice.
I
Well, it's
apologize
not- it
for
wasn't on
slandering
camera.
the Mexicans. What you guys might not know, there's a big Mexican-Dominican beef that's been going on for centuries. So, I do.
Are those just
Latinos.
Dominicans and
Every other Latino, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Dominicans versus all of it. It's like all the rest of us.
What
shit on
do
them.
Dominicans do?
Already.
That's a real answer.
The point is, I noticed as a little kid this weird thing where they all look like their butts are so long. It was this optical illusion, and
We're talking about long butts again? Alright, we're done.
As a child,
The obsession with big tits got to such a point where women were faking the size, which
Well, that's what I'm saying.
actively hurt the reputation of
Yeah.
big tits.
yes, I
Listen, if
get
you
it.
start falling for GMO.
And? Well, actually, no, it really doesn't. I'm sorry, it doesn't. That's your problem. if you hate fake tits that much, then I don't like the idea of them being called fake tits. To be honest, they're still tits. Like whatever.
Originated from white, like poor white Southerners speak.
No, it's
No.
no. It goes even further back than that. A lot of
Verse-
the black people
Verse
speak
is
is
right.
fucking, is like Shakespeare.
Verse is right, but he's not factoring in one important thing about white culture, and this is the one thing whites still have. Okay. And we're never letting go of this. And it's something called post-irony. All right.
Fair.
Now, and we're irony poisoned, white people. So the reason we do that, it's not because we start thinking it's cool. It's we make fun of the black people language so much. And that's not true now. This was true.
It's still kind of true, honestly.
This was true up until like 10 years ago. All of human history, this was true until 10 years ago. We would say, all right, let's use da bomb as an example. We would go like, oh yeah, that's da bomb. Oh wow, that's da bomb, da bomb, da bomb, da bomb, and then
that it becomes real.
It becomes
Oh,
real.
oh, we're like white culture will kind of like, not white culture. Well, white people will try to force absorb the black culture because it sounds cool to them, and then they fucking ruin it by being cringy as fuck. But there are white people that make that do absorb that culture naturally, and it doesn't sound cringe coming from them. It's just these types of white people ruin that shit all the fucking time. I mean, if you want that to be white culture like ruining black culture, you can keep that. That's your culture is ruining other shit. To be fair, which is what you do all the time. So, you know, whatever.
By accident, and
it is real. Now they just say it now. Yeah.
No, that happens with new words. Like that happened with bussin'. Like for a hot minute,
and Riz.
Oh my
now,
god.
For a hot minute,
It's
everyone
really
was saying bussin' and Riz as like a joke, and now
True.
people just unironically
They
drop
just say it,
bussin'.
yeah.
I mean, that's how everything.
White people don't do that. The internet does that. What are you talking about? Alright, whatever.
Is you start by saying it unironically, and then it becomes.
We say it
start
ironically,
by
then
saying
it
it
comes
Ironically, and then
start by
becomes
saying it ironically.
Yeah.
And
Although there is one word that was removed from the dictionary in that 20-year period.
Yes. I agree.
There's one that you can't say anymore. It's not funny ever. Actually.
well, we're not. That's because we've never been ironic when we say it.
Oh.
That one.
The hell you talking about, nigger? I love using that word. It's my favorite word every single day. Oh shit. Oh goddamn. Black guy's coming here and give me a black guy. Give me a minute.
That was pretty straightforward.
That one there, and you know
That's
why?
post-sincerity.
You know why? You know why that one's never been ironic? Because it's not black people's word. We
That's a
invented
good
it.
point.
Yeah.
Listen, that's what Charlton.
Us white people made that word. God damn it!
Listen, Charlton White has said that very famously. He's like, why would I ever tell white people they can't say the word? Is there a word? So far, Jesse's theory is making a lot of sense.
All right.
He hasn't lost me yet. Wait,
So we luckily, thanks to white people post irony, we survived the side attack. We never saw it coming. Blindsided by Baby Got Back. The whole country thought it was silly.
What if it was Baby Got Blacked?
Nigga, what? Okay, I'm done here. I think I've gotten my fill of this. I may continue the rest of this video in a different video, but I think that's a good note to end on. Jesus Christ, these people are insane. Yeah, whatever. If you liked my reaction to this insane podcast, yeah, please give me a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and if you feel so inclined, please share my wonderful, amazing content around the internet. Spread it around as far and wide as you possibly can. Throw it here, throw it there, put it on Twitter, put it on Instagram, put it on Facebook if you feel. Just wherever you want to. Throw it around all over the internet. Hell, put it on 4chan if you want to. Do it. I don't care. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But with all that being said and done, I think I've gotten my fill of this. We are done here now. So yeah, with all that being said and done, again, I will catch y'all later. Peace.